Buenos dias. I know I look crazy, but I just wanted to talk to you guys because I told you that I was going to make a YouTube video, so I want to go ahead and talk about this. So, first of all, happy Saturday. Happy new week. Hope everybody had a blessed week last week. Hope everybody got into the energy of surrender. Very important that you do that. So if you don't follow me on TikTok I was talking about the lighting is really bad right now. Hold on, let me wipe this off. Oh no, it's actually fine. It was just shit on it. Okay, here we go. Alright, so if you follow me on TikTok, then you know that I'm gonna pick up where I left off when I was talking about the videos about not the videos that I was talking about how something about the 11 seemed like a very major day, okay? And the more, excuse me, thank you. The more I feel the energy, the more I'm starting to put puzzle pieces together, okay? So yesterday was Friday, but the energy was different. So, you know what I'm saying? I recorded those videos. I went out last night, had a ball. And when I woke up this morning, I was doing my journal. And it's like I couldn't say nothing but thank you. I was like, thank you. And it wasn't like a normal, oh, thank you, God, thank you, God. It was just like it was a different type of thank you. And then as I let myself like continue to write, like I just was like, you know, I'm just flowing my journal. And I said, you know, I thought you wanted me to be different. I thought you wanted me to be different. I did. I thought you wanted me to be different because the way I was before didn't really get me anywhere. Now, am I a very like successful type of person? Am I a very hardworking type of person? Yes. But I thought everything I did was wrong. I thought when I went out, I was wrong. I thought when I, you know, smoked, drank, I thought that when, you know what I'm saying, when I'm like dating, all the things that I did before, I thought they were wrong. And I thought God didn't want me to do it. But it's like the more I gravitated outside of, and I'm not saying that that's a part of me, but just to hear me out. The more I tried to do the opposite of everything, the more I felt like I'm missing out. And God was like, why do you feel like you're missing out? And I was like, because like I like to do stuff like that. I love music. I love dancing. I love traveling. Like, I'm not a homebody like that. Like, do I enjoy being alone? Yeah. But I'm not a homebody. I'm a social butterfly. I like to be outside. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I thought that was wrong. And he was like, why would you think it was wrong? And, you know, this is a conversation that's happening in my head. I said, because I didn't feel blessed like I do now then. So I thought I had to just stop doing it. He was like, I never said that. He said, what you don't realize is it was your mindset. I didn't like the way your mind was moving. I didn't like the way you did things. I didn't like the way you didn't cherish yourself. I didn't like that. So in order to make you not become a product of your environment to where you learn to master every environment, I had to take you out of it. I had to take you through a process where you literally had to go through the list of everything that you do and everything that you feel and everything that you think and just start over. And I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. That's it. I never had a problem with you drinking. You never even drank like that. I did have a problem with you smoking because all the weed you were smoking, you were consuming it and making it a coping mechanism instead of actually using what it was for. I never had a problem with you going out. I never had a problem with any of that. And I never had a problem with you dating. I never had a problem with you being out, making new friends. I never had a problem with that. You didn't know balance. You didn't know how to work on your craft and have fun. You didn't know how to be in a relationship and be by yourself. You didn't know have any type of balance in your energy. You didn't have it. So, you know what I'm saying? You're focusing on, you know what I'm saying, like traveling, and your bills aren't paid. You're focusing on dating and you don't even love yourself. You're focusing on money and you're out here working 2 jobs hard as shit. Clearly you don't like money because you're chasing after it. Do you see the core of the issues between those things? And I was like, yeah. Oh my God, I didn't think that he liked the way I dressed, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I like my nails. And he was like, I never had a problem with the way you express yourself artistically. I know that's in you. I've seen that in you. I place that in you. I know you. I love you. I love you unconditionally. But when you do things for a lack of integrity, you mess with people you know you don't like for lack of integrity, I got a problem with that. I send you people that are good people, you self-sabotage it. I got a problem with that. I take money away from you just to see how you're going to act. You freak out. I got a problem with that. The last year, I've sat the fuck down. Did I have enjoyable moments last year? Yeah, but I had to sit down. And I always thought it was more of what I was doing, not what I was thinking. I always thought it was what I was doing, not what I was feeling. I just always thought it was like, well, I'm doing something wrong. I just need to cut everything out. One thing I ain't never switched up on is God, but see, the relationship between he and I are totally different. Totally different now. I've always said it's like, I felt like when I was speaking about my relationship with God, I was prophesizing how strong it could ever be. This is probably one of the strongest bonds I've ever had without feeling judged, without feeling embarrassed, I don't feel any of that. And I feel like the more that I embrace that, and it makes me think of the song I kept saying, the more we stick together, the happier we'll be. I know that I said that song in the sense of like all 3 people, but that was also with him. The more we stick together, the happier we are. My circumstances are an illusion right now. Literally. I made a choice yesterday. And it makes me think of when I was saying about how God didn't have a problem with certain things. You just need to be careful who you do it with. You need to be more safe. You need to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, the exchange of energy isn't the problem. It's who you do it, how you do it, and when you do it. Who you do it with, excuse me. We really are something not adding up. And I feel like I'm about to change the game. I do. I went through all of it. I did all of it. I'll tell you the truth. I went through all of it. I did. I went through all of that. I went through everything that y'all think that you have thought, worked through, addictions, all that. I went through all of it. I see differently. I'm going to start teaching from that point of view. Because since Venus got into Aries, I told you your value is now a 0. You need to add up your worth. Now that you've added up your worth, it just comes in. It's easier. Everything is an energetic field. With Venus being in Mars, the energetic field is like... So what I realized is, depending on where you are energetically, puts a big emphasis on the things that you attract. So if your energy's low and you're out here drinking every weekend, that's why you attract bullshit. Yeah. If your energy is low and you eat certain things, that's why I feel some type of way. Look, I'm just a messenger. Because the more he put this on my spirit, the more, like, in a way, I felt like he was allowing me to do things. And it's like I was trying to fight myself, like, oh my God, I cannot believe I did that. And something in me was like, did you want to do it? I was like, yeah. Okay, how do you feel? I don't feel bad. Welcome to secure attachment. Welcome to secure attachment. I had told y'all to look up your attachment style because your attachment style was your attachment style to everything. Everything. It wasn't just people, it was people, places, and things. And I was like, is this what a secure attachment style feels like? Where you don't create chaos? Wow, this is different. This is different. I never had this before. I never dealt with this before. I told myself that. So I went to the store and I was put in a predicament where like I was put in a predicament like previously, you know. And all these thoughts kept going through my head like, oh my God, it's probably gonna be an argument, it's gonna be a fight, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. When I tell you, you good? I didn't know I didn't know how to act. I never had that before. I had the realization standing in Ross. I said, I've never dealt with this before. I've never been in this predicament before. And now it makes me wonder how many times was God trying to put me in this predicament and I just self-sabotage out of a anxious attachment style that it didn't come with chaos, it didn't come with toxicity, it didn't come with problems, it didn't come with, you know what I'm saying, like with this like eagerness. Like how many times have I probably self-sabotaged because it didn't come in the way that I thought? And now that I have a secure attachment style, it's just like you attract what you attract the energy level that you need and that you are. So that's why people. That's why when I say you do attract, but it's certain things about it. You attract what you need and what you are, because the lesson is to see you in all things, and also to see and to realize like the self-awareness. I had this realization, and I was like, is this what a secure attachment style feels like to things? Seriously. Is this what a secure attachment style feels like to like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, it's funny because I've been telling people, I'm living life La Vida Loca. And God is like, yeah, keep that mentality up. I like to see you laugh. I like to see you dance. I like to see you have fun. I like to see you like this. I like this version of you. And it's like, you like this version of me? Yeah. I never had a problem with that stuff. You did. You put thoughts in my mind. You put words in my mouth. I never said any of that. That's you. That's just who you are. It's how you are. It's what you like to do. What do you want? I want to go out. Go out. Have fun. It's crazy because there's this energy that I feel like God is within all things. And I keep saying this, right? But God is within people. The way God has actually like how you envision your life, your vision, He doing it simultaneously. If I'm saying that wrong, sorry. But there's this thing where He's doing it like you just gotta peep. Like you just gotta peep. Like if you need like bodyguards, let me give you an example. Let's say you know what I'm saying, you to be a famous, you need like 2 bodyguards. All of a sudden you somewhere and it's like 2 men there. You know? It's like, but you're not thinking nothing about it. You just like, oh, it's just 2 men right here. The whole time, God like, get used to that. Get used to that. It's certain things that God is like, you need to get used to that. Hey, get used to that. Because I told you, the biggest fight of when you become this new version of yourself is you fight yourself. You will bring yourself back down. The whole world will already be set up in the way that you envision it or the way God wants it to be, and you will literally self-sabotage. And that's the problem. That's where that envy comes in. You know, the 7 deadly sins are created from a place of lack of worth. You would only commit those sins because a lack of worth. Adultery, cheating is a form of lack mentality. It's telling the universe you can't have what you want. Go get what you want and go about your day. Gluttony, like greed, that's a lack of worth that you don't have a everlasting or an infinite abundance flow coming in. So you're just always greedy to get some things, knowing if you get it, if you give it, you get it. So therefore, it's a constant flow. You wouldn't be like that. Hold on, let me see the other 7 deadly sins, because I'm telling you, oh, this is making sense. And today I had went through those 3 astrological things, and I'm gonna touch base on them just a little bit because I know some of y'all don't follow me on TikTok. You just follow me on YouTube. So hold on. So hold on, let me get. Lust is a strong passion or longing, especially in sexual desires. Lust. That's a lack of worth. You know, a lot of y'all needed to go abstinent so you could find your self-worth. You wasn't meant to be a nun. That's why I kept trying to tell y'all, stop saying celibate, because you're not a nun. You just be giving that kitty cat and that dick to the wrong people. Gluttony, excessive and ongoing food or drink. Like I said, lack mentality. Greed, lack mentality. Greed is an excessive pursuit of material goods, lack mentality. Sloth. Sloth is an excessive laziness or the failure to act, utilize one's talent, lack mentality. Wrath. Wrath is a strong anger and hate towards another, lack mentality. Envy, we know envy. And then pride. Pride is the devil, lack mentality. You know, I said in the video yesterday, like, you know God put people in your life to help you. When I tell y'all, my life is a whole testimony. Y'all wouldn't believe the shit that I've gone through the last couple of weeks. Y'all be like, what? How did you feel comfortable to do that? I don't know. I just know the truth by the way it feels. It clearly happened for a reason, so I'm not going to fight the reason. I don't feel uncomfortable, so here we are. I don't feel uncomfortable, so here we are. It was all a test. It was a test for me and other people. There you go. I'm not going to fight it. That's stupid. God literally put it there. That's why I kept telling you that Virgo energy, or Virgos don't like to ask for help. They'll suffer in silence. That was the energy. With the full moon being in Virgo, you had to learn how to start being vulnerable and tell them. And it wasn't, and that's the thing. I think when a lot of people fail to ask for help because they feel like they're going to be pitied. And in reality, if somebody's genuinely asking you and you tell them, you shouldn't feel any type of way of being vulnerable with them. That's what I told y'all, vulnerability. There was power in vulnerability. Just because you were vulnerable with somebody, that put it on their spirit to actually assist you. It put it on their spirit to make sure you're okay. Seriously. Okay? So let's just go back down the list again. So today, Venus in Aries, sextiles Mars and Gemini. It says a great day for a spontaneous date night, as we can easily fall in love without knowing it. Love can be a daring adventure if you're willing to take the risk. Now, when I see this, I definitely see, like, you ever like meet somebody in the club serendipitously and like you end up being with each other forever? Or like you meet a homegirl in a club and y'all end up being like best buddies, or you meet at the coffee shop, you meet wherever it is. What I feel like is you being in certain places in certain times are very helpful right now. You need to pay attention to that, okay? Because if you fight against the current too much, you're going to fight to go back towards people that are not for you. And you know what's so crazy? There are people that are in your old energy that, like, and I'm not saying people specifically, just versions of them. They can't touch you. They can't touch you. Like, you don't even see them. I mean, it's not to be like in a disrespectful way, but you don't see them. You just don't see them. And then also with Juno going to Taurus, it's the same thing. After some hot and heavy love affairs, asteroid Juno is ready to settle down and ground in Taurus, bringing a good time for stable relationships. However, make sure the relationships don't become too stagnant or possessive. Now, this is going to be a test of your individuality. Okay? This is going to be a test to see if you have learned from your attachment styles. That's very important. It's very important. You have to learn from them attachment styles. You have to learn when things are being pulled apart. You have to learn. Okay? Things are going to happen. People are going to fall off. People are going to come together. The flow of life is happening at a different speed for everybody. That's why I said that people, you got to keep up. We're not going to stop. The chariot is not going to stop just because little Marquisha cannot, get on she wasn't at the time of the pickup. You need to be on time. The energy's there on time. Even when it comes to like when you go somewhere, I'm telling you, every second now counts. Time is an illusion, but since this is the chariot and this is all this action energy, time matters. When it comes to movement, time matters. You get your hair done. The bitch takes 16 hours and you can go to somebody. Thank you. You can go to somebody else and they take 6. Time matters when action is involved. Time is an important element into action. Okay? Every second counts. Every second counts. Even if you miss, like let's say all of a sudden like you get all these delays before you get to the airport or whatever, you get real agitated. Don't rush. Time matters. There's a reason for that. That's one thing that I'm deciding that I'm done fighting. I'm done fighting time. The days are an illusion. The time is an illusion. I'm done fighting time. And that's where the biggest compromise is coming from Saturn and Neptune. They want us to stop fighting time. As much as people are trying to say that Saturn being in Pisces is a bad thing, I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. Word to the wise. I feel like if you understand the wisdom of life, you'll be fine. Honestly. If you understand what true peace is, if you understand what the flow is, you will be fine because you're not gonna trip. I always say it's when I want to shift my mindset or shift my energy from being upset about something, the first thing I say is it's a reason why God don't want me to be there right now. So it's cool. It doesn't say, oh well, since I'm not there yet, I just need to go change something else. That this is not the time to just be very sporadic with things. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you didn't get there on time, it was a reason for that. If you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Just see it that way. Shift the energy because when they feel that when they feel that you feel that way, it kind of puts them in this position of just like it puts them in a position to reward your patience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when somebody accommodating, thank you, Spirit. They want to accommodate you because of how you that mindset of that you're actually okay with it. Somebody be like, oh, it's going to be extra 30 minutes. Is that okay? Yes. And then obviously your service is free or your food is free. All because you were patient, you were kind. There's this thing about being kind, even to yourself and the universe. I have one of the biggest, and I'm speaking from before I switched my mind. I was having one of the biggest setbacks. I was like, things aren't going the way I need them to. Things aren't happening the way I want them to. This is really fucking me up. It's really fucking me up. And they were just like, let's let her marinate on that first. And I was like, man, it's some bullshit. You know what? I said, there's a reason why I'm not where I need to be right now or where I want to be. There's a reason why. I'm where I need to be, but I'm not where I want to be. There's a reason why I haven't, you know what I'm saying, like been able to make that move just yet. Like there's a reason why I haven't been able to do this, do that. There's a reason why. So therefore, instead of me trying to figure out the reason why don't I just enjoy me in being in the position that I need to be in at this time? It all adds up. I don't know how many times I've come full circle. Within like the last like week or two, I've literally come full circle. And I literally have a story. I literally have a whole bunch of testimonies from going full circle. Oh shit, sorry. And then Mercury being in Pisces, sextile Uranus and Taurus. Now, it says our collective intuition increases as we follow our hearts rather than our heads and all this event. This is what I meant. This is what I meant. If I explain to you what has happened to me, you'd be like, bitch, what? It was just how I felt. I did things by how I felt. It might have seemed impulsive to other people, but I'm trying to tell you that shit, it exactly how I felt. The clues are there. They're dead ass in your face right now. Like, and I would say pay attention to your dreams, but I would say hold off on your dreams until after Pisces season. Your dreams are being calibrated back to the current timeline you need to be. There's a glitch in the system that is trying to place fear in your heart, in your mind. It's there's a glitch. And you'll know based off the dreams you've been having, them shits don't make sense. You know when they make sense because of how you feel afterwards. If you feel confused of a dream, it's a glitch. I just keep hearing it's a glitch. It's a glitch. There's a glitch in the system. There's a glitch. I don't know. I just keep hearing that. It's a glitch. It's glitching. Because Mars and Gemini squares Neptune and Pisces on the 14th. And then there's a lot of Piscean energy going on. A lot of Piscean energy going on. And then the biggest shocker that we'll be having is when Venus goes into Taurus. Because when Venus goes into Taurus, I just want to let everybody know, if you have Taurus in your chart, Libra in your chart, Cancer in your chart, I just want the money, baby. Luxury lifestyles are what a Taurus wants, needs, cherishes. People be like, you're so bougie. That's really just how they are. They like to look good. They like to be luxurious. They like to be Venus energy. Where I have Taurus in my chart, that's why I'm real bougie. That's why I'm real, you know what I'm saying? I can get down. I love a good hood jam. But baby, I be really I like luxurious shit. You know? I've introduced myself to certain things that I probably will never go back to. That's why I said certain people and things of your old energy, you don't even see it. Like, it's like you don't see it. Just hear me out. Because you're going to be like, because it's crazy. Because it's crazy because, like, old you would notice how you're ignoring it. New you, I'm telling you, you don't even see it. You don't even see it. You don't see it. You don't, let me say it again. You just don't see it. You just don't see it. That's why I've been trying to tell you, a lot of you're not going to be able to see people's net worth by the way they look. Watch how you treat people. Just watch how you treat people. Venus being in Aries, see, I liked how Venus in Aries, when Venus got in Aries, because it challenged you to find out what did you feel that you were worth. And so we're so used to God doing everything and just setting things up for us. He got to the point where he was like, no, your turn. And you're like, I don't know, you normally do this. He's like, yeah, I know. Your turn. Like, I did it all. You need to figure out what you want, what you like, and what your ambitions and all this. Like, your turn. And it really was a test because when Venus stations in the Taurus, its home planet, that's where rewards come. That's where rewards come. Venus went into Aries, you did things like you moved. You did things like, you know what I'm saying, you quit a new job, got a new job. It's funny because I was just telling, I was talking to my soul cousins, and I said, you know what I think is crazy? They didn't wait until the new year to get us to do things, you know? Like they didn't say like, on in Aries season, it's like you didn't get a new job in Aries season. You got a job before Aries season. Cause it's like no. You need to walk through this astrological new year in new energy, in a new environment. And you need to already be in it. This is not a this is not a what you call it. It's not it. Like this isn't like a New Year's resolution. You already are in the New Year's resolution. Pisces season is the New Year's resolution, because Pisces season is Sagittarius energy. You're already in the new what you call it. And I mean, if you aren't, I pray you hurry up and catch up. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, everybody's moving at their own speed, but some of you guys are just procrastinating. Some of you are really procrastinating. It's too new for you. It's too fast. You want to slow down. There is no slowing down. Keep up the momentum. You need to keep up the momentum. Keep up the momentum. I just keep hearing that. You need to keep up the momentum. Because you're trying to control shit. You need to stop that. Hold on. Venus into Taurus. When Mercury hits Aries, baby, let me just tell you. Let me go ahead and put it out in the air. A lot of bank systems are gonna glitch. A lot of technology is gonna glitch. And it's not gonna glitch in a bad way. It's gonna glitch in a way of like, well, I mean, it's bad for some people. I mean, fuck it. Things are gonna glitch because with Mercury being with Mars, there's this energy where like it all has to start over. So even with yourself, you're gonna feel like you're glitching, like you might change your communication style, or I don't know, something about like your things are gonna glitch, like, and they keep saying glitch after Pisces. I don't know why they keep saying glitch, but like things are gonna glitch because when Mercury and Mars hit together, it creates this like really big like explosion. Okay, and the explosion is going to be everything that needs to be released. That's why you guys are switching the mind. It's what I'm trying to tell you. Switching the mindset. Your mind is going to start glitching to where you used to say things like, I'm broke. Now you just start speaking differently. I don't know. The way you used to say certain things, you just start doing it differently. And honestly, that's why I said, if you already are in this energy, you should already be talking. It's natural for you. But I'm telling you, like, everything's going to switch. The way you write, the way you talk, the way you text, the way you tweet, everything's going to glitch. If you rap like this, you're gonna rap like that. If you sing like this, you might sing like that. If people that were in power, everything's gonna glitch. Like, it's just gonna glitch. I don't know. Restart. I'm sorry. God said stop saying glitch. It's gonna restart. It's gonna feel like a glitch, but it's a restart. You know, you just gotta reboot the computer. Mercury's being rebooted. When Mercury's rebooted, that's one of the most powerful things that could happen, because this is going to show you guys that the power of the mind and the power of the tongue are real. They're real. You know, that's why I kept saying, God, that's what I say, you need to get your Aries friend. Aries right now are really well, they should be. Where people have Aries in their chart, they're fucking winning. They are fucking winning. And they win it in the eyes of God. And that's the most precious gift you can ever have, is to win in the eyes of God. Aries people are winning. They're winning. And what's crazy is they so ahead of the game that they just sitting back. It's funny that I decided to sit in the chair today. I just always relax and shit. Had to throw on a coat. Couldn't find a shirt. Fuck it. Oh yeah. Wherever you have Aries in your chart, you know exactly what's about to happen. You're just gonna sit back and allow it to happen. You know that, because that's what babies would do. Babies would wait for their food to be prepared. Babies would wait to be breastfed. They're gonna wait. Why not? A baby's weighted on hand and foot. Right now, Aries are being weighted on hand and foot. The whole world is catering to Aries placements right now. It's all because they're in alignment. Any Aries that's not in alignment, their life is going to shit. They're stressed. They're aggravated. They're poor. Mind, body, and soul poor. Aries placements are being catered to. They're not in a mental prison anymore, because, you know, they rule the head. You know, that's the energy that, why I keep trying to tell y'all that you need to go ahead and get this shit together, because you're going to put yourself in a mental prison. That's why I say you need to start working on the way you speak. Since Pisces has the Sagittarius energy, y'all know I always tell Sagittarius, why do you talk like that? Why do you talk to people like that? Why do you do that? Y'all need to change that shit ASAP. 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 Because I'm trying to tell y'all, the universe is, wait, no, you hand and foot. Venus and Aries, hand and foot. Money's being provided for you. Stability's being provided for you. The love is being provided for you. The ground is being provided for you. Everything's being provided for you if you are in alignment. The more I get into alignment, the more I realize the things that I tried to take away from myself were literally irrelevant. Makes me think of Joshua 1:9. Oh, then yesterday, I get this notification about Galatians 5. Now, I'm going to read this to you because it says, preserve your freedom. Freedom is what we have. Christ has set us free. Stand in as free people and do not allow yourself to become slaves again. Listen, I, Paul, tell you that if you allow yourself to be circumcised, it means that Christ is of no use to you at all. Once more, I warn any man who allows himself to be circumcised that he is obligated to obey the law, to obey the whole law. Those who try to put right with God by obeying the law have cut yourselves off from Christ. You are outside God's grace. As for us, our hopes is that God will put us right with him. And this is what we wait for by the power of God's Spirit working through our faith. For when we are in union with Christ Jesus, neither circumcision nor the lack of it makes any difference at all. What matters is faith that works through love. You were doing so well. Who stopped you from obeying the truth? How did he persuade you? It was not done by God. Who calls you? Remember I kept saying, who anointed you? Who anointed you? Who told you could talk about that? Who told you could do that? Who told you that? Who told you? Who told you that that wasn't good of you? Who told you that you didn't deserve that? Who told you that? Okay. It was not done by God who calls you. It takes only a little yeast to make a whole batch of dough rise, as they say. But I still feel confident about you. Our life in union with the Lord makes me confident that you will not take a different view, and that whoever is upsetting you will be punished by God. But as for me, my friends, if I continue to preach that circumcision is necessary, why am I still being prosecuted? If that were true, then my preaching about the cross of Christ would cause no trouble. I wish that the people who are upsetting you would go all the way. Let them go and castrate themselves. As for you, my friends, you were called to be free. But do not let this freedom become an excuse for letting your physical desires control you. Instead, let love make you serve one another, for the whole law is summed up in one commandment: love your neighbor as you love yourself. But if you act like wild animals, hurting and harming each other, then watch out. You will be completely destroy one another. It says, when I say what I say is this: let the Spirit direct your lives, and you will not satisfy the desires of the human nature, for what human nature wants is opposed to what the Spirit wants, and what the Spirit wants is opposed to what our human nature wants. These two are enemies, and this means that you cannot do what you want to do. If the Spirit leads you, then you are not subject to the law. What human nature does is quite plain. It shows itself in immoral, filthy, and indecent actions, and worships of idols and witchcraft. People become enemies and they fight. They become jealous and angry and ambitious. They separate into parties and groups. They are envious, get drunk, have orgies, and do other things like these. I warn you now, as I have before, those who do these things will not be possessors of the kingdom of God. But the Spirit produces love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. There is no law against such things as these. And those who belong to Christ Jesus have put to death their human nature with all its passion and desires. The Spirit has given us life, and he must also control our lives. We must not be proud or irritate one another or be jealous of one another. If this isn't everything that I just explained, I don't know what to tell you. God, you really think God got a problem with you going to the club turning up? Now, the fact that I done seen you at that same club 3 weekends in a row, I'm a little concerned. Okay? I'm a little concerned. The fact that I done seen you smoke at least a whole damn near 14 grams to an ounce in a week, I'm concerned. Why did you just finish that bottle of Casamigos like that? I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Thank you. I'm concerned. Okay? I'm concerned. And this full moon was about freedom. All right, let me read Joshua. God's concerned too, just to let you know. A lot of you guys are doing some very concerning things. Like, why would you do that? Like, I don't know. I'm not judging. Y'all know I'm not judging. I judge those that need to be judged. I'm not judging you. But some things is just like, why are you hiding yourself from that? Why are you doing all that? It's not that serious. I told you, it's never that serious. It's never that serious. It was never that serious. And you know what's so funny? I just kept hearing that because God kept saying it was never that serious. So I'm going to go ahead and read Joshua 1:9. He says, remember that I have commanded you to be, and so the book of Joshua, or chapter 1 of Joshua, is that Moses has passed away and Joshua is up next to take over the new territory and to guide the people. This is where you guys have been headed. Since we got into Pisces season, this is the energy that you've been in to embody a new energy. Whoever is the face of this city, the face of the energy before, I told y'all, they're mad because you're the actual face of the city. You see what I'm saying? You're the actual face of the city, sweetheart. So you were supposed to be running this with dignity, with integrity, with power, with confidence, with love, and you know what I'm saying, a good spirit and wisdom. That's a lot of people's crowns were taken, not earned. God is placing the crowns on those that actually were given the crown. You took the crown. God's going to give it to people that actually, that's and I remember telling y'all, I remember this day like it was nothing. It's probably one of the most confident shits I ever said. Somebody in my seat right now, they gonna have to get the fuck up. That's not your seat. They got my name on it. But you know, go ahead, take your time. But you're my seat. Whoever was, you know what I'm saying, trying to be the voice of God, that really what they stole that. You're in my seat. I'm the voice of God. I'm the voice of wisdom. I'm the one. I'm the face of the city, bitch. That's why you mad. Yeah. But until I actually was given my crown, instead of trying to take it from them, I just walked in the same light as if I already was sitting in my throne. But yeah, God made me the face of the wise right now. I mean, there's more of us, but I'm just saying, like, there are people that stole that position. I earned it. I deserved it. I worked hard for it. To be a teacher of wisdom, to be a teacher of power, I worked hard for it, and I did it my way. I made my own lane. I always tell you, I stand 10 toes down by myself. I didn't play. I deserve that. I deserve to be, you know what I'm saying, in the spotlight. It's not something that I never thought I wouldn't do. I always knew I was going to be in the spotlight. I didn't know what for what, but I knew it was going to be something that was respectable. It was going to be something that was going to be a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really big on creating a legacy. I don't want to just be famous. I don't want to just be rich. I want to be wealthy. I want to be a legend. And like, Rome wasn't created overnight, but one thing I do know is Rome is built. Rome was built. Joshua 1:9 says, thank you. Joshua 1:9 says, remember that I have commanded you to be determined and confident. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for I, the Lord your God, am with you wherever you go. Let's say that again for the people in the back. Remember that I have commanded you. It was an order to be confident and determined. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for I, the Lord your God, am with you wherever you go. You think God care about that? God in the club with you lit. You know why? You know how I know God don't care? Because as you in the club enjoying yourself, God got him, God in there. Well, he might not be in there, but he might step in, you know what I'm saying, do a little two-step in that lead. But he got his disciples literally around you. You know, a lot of y'all don't even realize You got spiritual bodyguards. You got gangsters, mafia type shit around you. Some of y'all have welcomed in spirit guides and energy from them, and that's we're not gonna go into depth about that. But some of y'all have literally like your relationship with God has hit it, so now He can send the spiritual protection that you need. So you don't need it. Basically, you don't have protection around you for you. I mean, it's for you, but I'm saying you're being protected from others. You're in an energetic field that nobody can get in. And why you don't see certain things, why you don't see people. People could be looking dead at you. All eyes can be on you. And I remember I used to feel like that. All eyes was on me. And I used to be so nervous. I could feel the energy. When I tell you, I don't feel, see nothing. I don't give a fuck who's watching me. Why are you not watching me? The whole world is watching me. You know? The whole world is watching me. Why would they not? It's me, bitches. Why is the first thing I open up into says confidence? Let's go ahead and get some Bible verses from this. And it's Joshua 1:9. We're going to skip down. Psalms 18:29 says, with your help, I can advance against a troop. With my God, I can scale a wall. Psalms 37:3 says, I trust in the Lord and do good. So shall I dwell in the land and feed surely on his faithfulness. And truly I shall be fed. My heart is fixed, O God. My heart is steadfast and confident. I will sing and make melody. That was Psalms 57:7. God guards me, keeps me in perfect and constant peace because my mind is stayed on him, because I commit myself to him, lean on him, and hope confidently in him. That was Isaiah 26:3. Life is good, as I always say. God is good, okay? It's always a method to his madness, you know? It is. And life is probably getting harder. I must say, life is probably getting harder. But every day I'm more powerful, I'm more happy, I'm more successful, I'm more at peace. So I don't even care. You know, it makes me think of Janae Aiko's song. She was like, life gets harder, but you gotta get stronger. I guess I'm getting stronger because life don't seem that hard no more. Even through certain circumstances that I'm going through, life don't seem hard no more. It finally feels like this is the good part. This is the part where I've never felt my shoulders be so down in my life. Life is good. I love y'all.